Hey everybody, so today I wanted to show you my empties for the month. It was maybe a bit more than a month since my last empties video. I'm not very stringent. As soon as I accumulate about 10 products, I usually feel comfortable doing an empties, and I don't like them to be so long that they're unwatchable, so I don't pack them full of, say, 6 months worth of empties. Let's start with skincare. I have finished a Sephora Renew and Peel Super Serum. This was really nothing special and I don't recommend it. It was an okay, sort of hydrating, slightly brightening serum that didn't do a fabulous job. I have serums that do better. This one was a nah product and I don't think that it's worth hunting after. And Clarins Energy Booster is something I would recommend. I am looking forward to trying more from the line. I think the line is really interesting. It's this line of small, tiny little bottles of super concentrated boosters, kind of like a serum or an essence, but very, very concentrated. And it's in this quite comfortable to use little dropper applicator. 1 or 2 drops will do you for the application for the face and neck. So I thought that it was a really economical product. You did get very little in here. I believe it is 15 mils, yes. But it lasted me for a few months of pretty frequent use, almost every day. And yeah, the money is not wasted. This is actually effective. I've only tried this one and the bronzing one from the line, but I enjoy both of them thoroughly, so I look forward to trying others, and I would probably repurchase this energy booster. So here, I think money well spent. Another thing I wanted to mention is something fun. This is a recommendation for sure, but depending on whether your city or town does have or does not have fluoride added to the water supply, because fluoride is very important for maintenance of tooth enamel. And it's recommended that if you do not have a fluoride added to your water supply, you do use fluoride containing toothpaste. However, this toothpaste, and this is a toothpaste, does not have any fluoride added to it. So if you are from an area where fluoride is not added to the water, no, I wouldn't recommend this for you. I would recommend for you to go and find a toothpaste with fluoride in it. But for those who do have fluoridated water, it won't make a difference if you have also fluoride containing toothpaste. So I would recommend you try this if you're into sort of funky stuff. Actually very effective toothpaste. This is from Lush and it's called Toothy Tabs. They have a variety of different flavors. I tried 2, a charcoal and the lemon. The lemon is done and charcoal is still going. And they're little toothy tabs that you chew up. They foam up a bit in your mouth and then you go ahead and brush your teeth normally. They're kind of fun. They're an interesting sensation. They're a really great travel concept because they're so comfortable and easy to take with you. I found that even half a toothy tab really works. I don't think as much as is in each small little toothy tab is sort of, and maybe it's a little bit more than I normally would use of a toothpaste, but people frequently overuse toothpaste in terms of amount per toothbrushing. So these are really fun, and also I have to say this is some of the most cleansing build-up sort of controlling toothpaste I've ever used. My teeth felt extremely smooth and a bit polished, but I didn't feel like my enamel was being worn down, and I went through a couple of tubs of this. I didn't feel like my enamel was being worn down because I didn't experience any sensitivity. This claims to be tooth whitening. I didn't really see a huge effect, but since my teeth were significantly cleaner than they normally are, I felt like it did a really, really good job, better than most toothpastes. And if you suffer with this feeling of maybe build up on your teeth midday to the end of the day, these are something to try because they are very, very good cleansing toothy tubs. Toothpaste. So try them, and they're fun. They have various different flavors and sort of different purposes. So check them out from Lush. One thing that I'm throwing out full is a lash adhesive, and this is Lash Grip. Lash adhesive. It was fine. The problem with that is that I never wear fake lashes. I just don't like to. I had one in the last year, one occasion where I used fake lashes, and that was for a very, very formal ball, and I enjoyed the lashes. It was nice to have them on. I liked this worked fine, but the thing is, it's 24 months and I probably had it already for 18 months. And since I'm not planning to use lash glue in the next few months, I just don't see the point of keeping this. I'm going to toss it for sure. Next is, excuse me, a perfume actually. This is a perfume that I wanted to finish, and I did. This is La Petite Robe Noire Eau Fraîche from Guerlain. This is a release, 2015 release. Very regular, pleasant, nice kind of perfume. Nice for the summer. It has a bit of a nutty tinge to it, which I really enjoyed. It's kind of fresh, kind of floral, and a little bit nutty. Very fun, but I think given that I have so many perfumes, you know, if you watch my channel, that I'm like 50% about perfumes in terms of how passionate I am and how much effort I put into the content. I love perfume, and this is just nice, so I wouldn't waste my time or money repurchasing this, and I would probably gear you away from it, because although it's a very nice fragrance and it's a workhorse fragrance, I would say that it's just not interesting enough to spend your money on it unless you sniff it and fall in love with it. I just feel like there are better perfumes to invest in for the summer. This I'm not going to be repurchasing, but I liked it enough to finish it. Then a few makeup items finally. I have my foundation that I've raved about for a while. This is Cover FX Custom Cover Drops. It was getting a bit light for me. It's kind of the middle of the summer now, and my skin did darken a slight bit with the sun exposure, although I use SPF 50 PA+++ religiously every day, but still there is a small amount of sun exposure and my skin tans really easily, actually. So these custom cover drops is something that I really recommend. I think they're fantastic. They are concentrated pigment, and I think Cover FX did that best from all the other brands that tried to do it. And you can mix it in with any cream, serum, skincare product, sunscreen, whatever you want. It'll mix well, and I haven't found that it pills up or does anything funky with any of the products that I used it with. Very easy to use and super cool product. I've already bought two more. One as a lightning mixer in N10, and this is N20. This is my actual winter spring color. So it was getting a little bit too light for me right now, but I've repurchased it for the coming winter season, and I will be using it again then. I think it's fantastic. I think it can be used as a foundation with a mixing of various coverages, as a concealer, whatever you want. It'll do whatever you want in terms of coverage. You can adjust it and customize it however you want, hence the custom cover drops name. So highly recommend if you are in the market for a foundation and what you want is to sort of have one thing do all things, and maybe you don't want to keep more than one foundation at a time. So this one will provide you from sheer to full coverage depending on what you mix it with. Next product is another favorite. This is in my Project 10 pan, and it is a Moonstone Shimmering Skin Perfector from Becca in the trial size. I loved that thing. It's a really great liquid luminizer, especially for dry skin. It's fantastic, but I think it would work for any skin type, maybe except for extremely oily. But it's rare that people get extremely oily in this zone. This zone tends to be rather one of the driest areas on the face of any human being, simply because sebaceous glands are more sparse there. So this one was really, really great. I am happy to have had it, and I actually repurchased it. So definitely recommend it enough, and liked it enough to have bought it again. My makeup things tend to be much more successful apparently than the other things. And another thing is this Illamasqua cream blusher in the color Promise. This was in my Project 10 pan. I completely finished it. There is a small amount left around the edges, but it's difficult for me to dig it out. I kind of scratched my fingertip doing it once, and I don't want to spoil my brushes digging around this metal sheath at this point, this metal pan. So I call it done. I really liked it. It was a nice pink blusher that kind of went with everything. I recommend their cream blushers. I think they're very good. I think I do enjoy the formula of Stila cream blushes better, but I'm generally a big fan of cream products, and this was excellent. It gave a bit of more of a dewy finish, which is what cream products will do for you. Very fresh looking, and I have multiple Il Masca blushes, so I have repurchased. I really enjoy them, and I recommend Il Masca blushes. I think they're fantastic quality, both cream and powder. Right now I have another cream product from Il Masca that I'm using on everyday basis, and it is an illuminator product, but basically it's the same thing, but with less color pigment and more just sheen and pearly pigment. I'll show you later. But this one was a hit, and I've repurchased basically the same product, just in a different color. The last thing is an Estee Lauder mascara. This is Sumptuous Knockout. I have to say my favorite mascara, well, one of my favorites. I have a few favorites, and one of them on one of the very top spots in my sort of list of favorite mascaras is Sumptuous Extreme from Estee Lauder. It gives pretty fluffy, full, not too clumpy lashes, and that's my kind of favorite kind of lash look. I think Knockout is inferior. I do prefer the Sumptuous Extreme. I think it's a better quality formula, and I like the brush better. This was pretty good. I used it for a pretty long time. It has this cool brush, as you can see, has a few prongs, kind of like star-shaped cut brush. It was easy to use. I had to do like 2 to 3 coats. I usually tap out at 2 coats because I don't like to overload my lashes, but this one was kind of a thinner formula, and I like the Extreme because it is a bit of a thicker formula, so you don't have to wait for it to thicken up to fully enjoy the mascara. It was fine. I would recommend to go for the Sumptuous Extreme if you are looking for a mascara from Estee Lauder, who are unfortunately not cruelty free. So yeah, this one is okay. It was fine. I finished it, but it wasn't as good as some of the other ones I've tried. That's it for today. I hope it was interesting for you to see what I went through this about in a month and a half sort of period of time. And I'll see you guys soon. Bye.